Good early evening, everybody. Super Jackster one here. Now, I'm giving my thoughts on some big news that we know happened just last night. Last night, the merger concluded. Disney has now bought 20th Century Fox. They now own all products that Fox produced, distributed, and run, like their television shows from The Simpsons to Family Guys to their franchises from Fantastic Four to Home Alone to Alien to Planet of the Apes to Night at the Museum to Alvin and the Chipmunks, etc., etc. They own all of it. And I'm going to give my thoughts on this. Honestly, I'm trying to think of pros and cons, but the thing is, I know Disney's been getting a lot of shit lately. And I know, thankfully, though, they redeemed themselves thankfully, they rehired James Gunn to, they gave James Gunn his job back, so now James Gunn was rehired to direct Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, so that's pretty exciting. But I'm just going to say, Disney, I know, I love Disney and all, I love their animated movies and all, I mean, I'm a huge Disney collector, but I'm just going to say this, that Disney, you got to stop buying everything. I mean, this whole thing of them buying everything started around 2004 when they bought the Muppets from the Jim Hensons, and then in 2006, I think, they bought Pixar, and then in 2009 they bought Marvel Studios and started just being the distributor for the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, starting with the Avengers. And then in 2012 they bought Lucasfilm and started making new Star Wars movies, starting with The Force Awakens. And now they're buying 20th Century Fox. Well, not they're buying. They bought 20th Century Fox. I mean, this whole thing, they first announced this back in December of 2017, around the time the Star Wars The Last Jedi came out in movie theaters. They announced that they were going to be buying Fox and that this whole merger would come through. And there is some pros to this, though. I mean, Fox owns the rights for Marvel stuff like X-Men, Deadpool, Fantastic Four, and all. I'm sorry, I'm not really a Marvel expert. Is Fantastic Four Marvel? I don't know. Anyway, Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel, said that that X-Men and Deadpool would be entered into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And there's some pros and cons for that. I mean, it's cool now the Marvel Cinematic Universe will be even bigger. But the problem is though, I'm worried that my biggest concern is that they'll be rebooted. Like, they'll recast all the actors for X-Men and Deadpool and all. My main concern really is Deadpool. I really do not want them to recast Deadpool. I mean, come on. Who else besides Ryan Reynolds could actually play Deadpool? Seriously. And also I'm worried that since Deadpool's technically R-rated material, since, both Deadpool 1 and 2 are both rated R, I'm worried they're going to tone it down. Now, technically, that's one of the things that people have been concerned about, though, is that Disney, because they own 20th Century Fox, now they own everything, they're going to turn it down, only make it PG-13. I know Bob Iger has said, no, we're going to keep this stuff rated R. We're not, we're not going to, too afraid to do some risk. And said that, and they even said Deadpool in the Marvel Cinematic Universe would still be rated R. But I'm going to be brutally honest, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I feel like they're just saying that just to get everybody to shut up. And then they're going to tone it down anyway. And I'm also worried then they're just going to milk everything. I mean, the Star Wars movies, I have this feeling that as soon as they bought Lucasfilm, the Disney executives probably said, oh, we now own the rights to Star Wars. Let's make a new Star Wars trilogy. We're going to get ass loads of money. I'm worried they're going to do that. I'm worried they're going to try and push Fox to do more Home Alone movies, more Planet of the Apes movies, more X-Men, Deadpool, all the franchises they own. And they also now own the rights to Blue Sky, an animation studio that Fox does. And they made the Ice Age movies, they made the Peanuts movie, Horton Hears a Who, Robots, Epic, I think they made Rio, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they did make Rio. And I'm just saying that I'm worried they're just going to milk everything. I feel like the only thing, the franchises they've improved, the Muppets, they haven't really done much. Because literally, the only thing they've done with the Muppets is they did 2 movies, that being The Muppets and Muppets Most Wanted, and then they did the brief television series from 2015 on ABC that only lasted 1 season. But aside from that, they're not doing anything. I mean, it was a big stab in the back when they fired Steve Whitmire. And for Pixar, Pixar is not really... Pixar really hasn't changed lately. I feel like Disney's just letting them do their own thing. And Marvel is doing fantastic. Marvel is doing just fine. I mean, all the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, they're fine. Like, you know, seems like Marvel is very safe right now. But with Lucasfilm, now, I kind of take back what I said. People are saying that Disney ruined Star Wars. I feel like, no, they kind of didn't. Because I feel like Disney is just distributing the movies. Like, they don't give a shit about how they're made. They just care about the money. And I feel like Kathleen Kennedy ruined Star Wars with her social justice warrior agenda, which I'm going to save all that for a different video. Trying to say that I just don't like this whole idea that Disney is basically just is just buying everything. I mean, who knows? 10, 15 years from now, they could have already bought everything now. I know last summer, though, they got into a bidding war with Comcast, with Universal. Universal tried buying Fox with their bid, and Disney outbidded them for, I believe, $74 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Disney, you blew all of that money just to buy a company. Just to buy a company. Why? How greedy are you that you need to buy everything? I mean, what would Walt Disney right now, and Walt Disney has been dead for 52 years now. What would he think? What do you think his reaction would be if he magically came back to life and saw what his company has done? Instead of them, like, you know, aside from Walt Disney Animation Studios and very few Disney live action movies, what would he think if they were just relying on other studios, relying on other people to do superheroes, Star Wars, and all that, and you're just distributing them and taking the money? That's fucked up. I just feel like it's very wrong that Disney is going to be owning everything. It just doesn't seem fair, to be honest. I feel like Disney's now just like this big king now. I mean, Disney is already the highest growth, the most successful studio in history, but still, it just doesn't seem right. I mean, sure, yeah, we have other distributor-owned studios like Sony, Paramount, Warner Brothers, Universal, Lionsgate, etc., etc. I'm just really worried about how Disney's just going to milk everything and then they're going to tone down and not make any more R-rated movies. And yes, I know Bob Iger said we will continue the R-rated franchise, but I don't believe him. I'm going to be honest. And I do have a lot of respect for Disney. I mean, Disney is one of the best studios out there, but if they're just going to keep milking and buying everything, and also with the remakes of the Disney animated classics, which I already did in another video, so let me not get sidetracked on that. I feel like the only 2 things they bought that they've actually saved and are in good hands are Pixar and Marvel. And if you want to really know more opinions, check out my friend on Facebook, Eric MacArthur. You can also find him on YouTube easily. Eric, if you're watching, this is for you. And yeah, I'm just gonna say, my closing thoughts on this, I wish Fox luck, and hopefully Disney doesn't ruin them. And Disney, if you're watching this video, which I doubt you are, please make the right decision. Don't milk anything. Don't tone it down. Just let Fox do their own thing. All right, this is just all I have to say. I will see you all for my next video.